Right now in your kitchen cabinet sits something far more dangerous than expired milk or moldy bread. It's hiding in plain sight, wrapped in colorful labels and trusted brand names. Every time you season your food, you might be sprinkling lead, salmonella, and sawdust onto your family's dinner plates. Consumer Reports recently conducted an analysis that should terrify every home cook in America. The spices we use daily, the ones we trusted for years, are contaminated with heavy metals at levels that can permanently damage developing brains. For pregnant women reaching for turmeric to reduce inflammation, you're potentially poisoning your unborn child. For parents cooking with these brands every single day, you're slowly accumulating toxins that won't leave your body for decades. Some spice companies have been caught adding industrial pigments banned worldwide. Others have salmonella recalls buried so deep in their history that most customers never hear about them. The most trusted names in your pantry? They've settled lawsuits for fraud and continue operating as if nothing happened. Today, we're exposing 10 brands that have betrayed your trust and contaminated your food. And we'll reveal 2 companies that actually test every batch and prove that clean spices aren't impossible. McCormick, the red cap everyone trusts. That familiar red cap. The bottles your grandmother used. McCormick owns 40% of the entire United States spice market. They also own French's, Lawry's, Old Bay, and Zatarain's. You can't escape them. The salmonella recalls tell the real story. Black pepper in 2015 sent 5 people to the hospital. Garlic powder in 2016. Curry powder in 2021. This isn't bad luck. This is systematic failure. McCormick purchases massive bulk quantities from the lowest cost international suppliers. Minimal testing, maximum volume. These spices arrive contaminated because cheap suppliers cut sanitation corners. Then McCormick irradiates everything to kill bacteria, a process they never disclose on labels. Irradiation destroys nutrients while creating radiolytic byproducts with unknown health effects. The spices then sit in warehouses for months or years. By the time paprika reaches your cabinet, it's lost 60% of its active compounds. Laboratory testing proved fresh paprika contains specific levels of antioxidants. McCormick paprika measured 30% lower. For families using McCormick daily, salmonella exposure can require hospitalization. For seniors with weakened immunity, bacterial contamination becomes life-threatening. You're getting the absolute minimum quality the law allows. Great value. Walmart's race to the bottom, $1 to $2 per bottle. That pricing should be your first warning. There's zero transparency about sourcing. Just packed in USA on labels, which is a legal loophole meaning nothing about where spices were grown. Independent testing in 2019 revealed heavy metals throughout the Great Value line. Lead and cadmium in multiple products. Garlic powder tested positive for aluminum and arsenic above safe limits. Chili powder contained lead requiring California's Proposition 65 warnings. No batch traceability exists. If contamination gets discovered, Walmart can't track which products are affected. No recall infrastructure, no accountability. Fillers bulk up weight. Sawdust in black pepper. Rice flour in paprika. Ground peanut shells in chili powder. These aren't listed because suppliers add them before selling to Walmart. For families using Great Value daily, cumulative heavy metal exposure causes permanent neurological damage in children. Lead affects developing brains irreversibly. For pregnant women, lead crosses a placental barrier directly. Dollar Tree, preying on America's most vulnerable. Everything costs $1.25. Quality control at this price point is mathematically impossible. Brands change constantly with no consistency or accountability. Consumer Reports testing in 2022 delivered devastating results. Dollar store spices showed the highest contamination rates of any products tested. Lead levels in turmeric exceeded safe limits by 400% in some samples. Not 4%, 400. Cinnamon contained coumarin, a liver toxin, at levels banned throughout Europe. Packaging often doesn't list basic information. No ingredients, no country of origin, no manufacturing dates. Inspection found insect parts in rodent hair routinely, not occasionally. Zero recall infrastructure exists. If contamination gets discovered, Dollar Tree has no system for notifying customers. These products deliberately target America's most vulnerable populations. The people with fewest resources get highest contamination levels. Trader Joe's, when trust becomes dangerous. The healthy grocery store everyone loves. Shopping there signals you care about quality. That trust makes contamination more dangerous because nobody questions products from stores with healthy reputations. The recall history is alarming. Organic cumin recalled in 2016 for salmonella. Curry powder in 2019, salmonella again. Cinnamon sticks in 2023 for lead. Multiple recalls. Different products, same problems repeating. The company systematically delays recall announcements. Contamination gets discovered internally, but products sit on shelves for weeks while legal teams craft messaging. Customers keep buying contaminated spices, while Trader Joe's protects its reputation. The organic label doesn't prevent salmonella or heavy metals. It covers how crops are grown, not processing or quality control. Trader Joe's sources from the same international bulk suppliers as conventional brands. Laboratory analysis found no meaningful quality differences. Spice Islands, premium glass hiding corporate secrets. Elegant glass bottles with sophisticated labels. Premium positioning. Bottles cost 2 to 3 times more than McCormick's standard line, creating expectations of superior quality. Here's the secret. McCormick owns them. Same parent company, same bulk suppliers, same quality control issues. Blind taste tests prove people cannot distinguish Spice Islands from McCormick's cheapest line. Same spices, same irradiation, same warehouse storage. Just different packaging and higher prices. Those beautiful glass bottles cost more to manufacture. You're paying for packaging, not purity. Spice Islands faces the same salmonella recalls as McCormick. Gourmet branding doesn't prevent contamination. Simply organic. Radiation disguised as purity. USDA organic certified. Marketed as pure and minimally processed. Everything about their messaging emphasizes natural wholesomeness. Here's what they never mention. The spices are irradiated, bombarded with ionizing radiation to kill bacteria. This is completely legal for organic spices, a shocking loophole in USDA regulations. Irradiation destroys nutrients systematically. It creates radiolytic byproducts that don't exist in nature. European research links these compounds to DNA damage and cancer promotion, but evidence remains incomplete. Simply Organic never mentions irradiation anywhere. Testing proves irradiated spices have 40 to 60% less antioxidant activity. The health benefits you're paying premium prices for have been radiation blasted away. Badia, Latin heritage hiding Asian contamination. Colorful packaging popular in Latino communities. Labels say distributed by Badia Spices Incorporated, Doral, Florida, creating assumptions about American quality. Reality differs. Over 90% sourced from China, India, and Vietnam. In 2019, Badia settled an FTC complaint for deceptive origin labeling. They printed product of USA on bottles containing 100% foreign-grown spices. FDA import alerts document ongoing problems. Multiple shipments detained at borders for excessive pesticide residues. Foreign suppliers use chemicals banned in American agriculture. Heavy metals regularly appear in turmeric and paprika from undisclosed Asian suppliers. Whole Foods 365. Premium prices, mainstream contamination. Whole Foods house brand. Shopping there signals health consciousness. Premium pricing at $4 to $6 per jar creates assumptions of superior safety. Independent analysis in 2020 shattered those assumptions. Testing showed 365 organic spices had identical contamination rates to budget alternatives. Lead in 365 turmeric tested at levels indistinguishable from Dollar Tree samples. Salmonella found in 365 ground coriander during random sampling. Whole Foods purchases from the same international bulk suppliers as budget brands. Amazon's 2017 acquisition accelerated cost-cutting. Quality control testing decreased, while premium pricing continued. Frontier Co-op, when cooperatives sell out. Founded in 1976 as a member-owned cooperative, a revolutionary model prioritizing ethics over profit. For decades, Frontier delivered rigorous quality control and fair farmer compensation. Then, 2019 changed everything. Frontier sold majority stake to Sovos Brands, a private equity firm. Immediately after acquisition, quality declined. The 2021 oregano recall marked a turning point. Salmonella contamination, the first recall in Frontier's entire 45-year history, destroyed within 2 years of private equity ownership. Marketing continues using cooperative imagery, but nothing acknowledges the fundamental transformation to profit-maximizing corporation. Generic turmeric, the golden poison, golden spice, superfood status, anti-inflammatory miracle. The health benefits are legitimate and backed by research. But 2023 FDA investigations uncovered devastating truth. Widespread lead chromate adulteration in turmeric imported from Bangladesh. Suppliers deliberately add lead chromate to make turmeric brighter yellow. Lead chromate is an industrial pigment banned for food use worldwide. Toxic, carcinogenic, completely illegal. Testing found lead levels 500 to 1,000 times above safe limits in some generic brands. Children using contaminated turmeric showed elevated blood, lead during routine screening. Lead poisoning got misdiagnosed as behavioral problems and learning disabilities. Open contaminated turmeric now. The color appears unnaturally bright, almost neon yellow-orange. Real turmeric is muted with earthy orange and brownish undertones. Contaminated turmeric smells oddly metallic. Rub it between fingers. It feels suspiciously smooth rather than slightly gritty. For families using turmeric daily, lead causes permanent neurological damage in children. For pregnant women, lead crosses the placental barrier, disrupting fetal brain development. The cruelest irony? People consume turmeric specifically for health benefits while getting one of the most toxic heavy metals known. The 2 brands you can actually trust. Clean spices exist. 2 companies prove transparency isn't impossible. Burlap and Barrel sources single-origin spices directly from individual named farms. Every batch undergoes third-party laboratory testing for heavy metals, pesticides, and contamination. Results get published online with batch codes matching your jar. Founder Ethan Frisch partners with smallholder farmers, paying 2 to 10 times fair trade prices. Each spice lists exact origin. Zanzibar black peppercorns from Pemba Island. Wild mountain cumin from Afghanistan's Bamiyan province. The spices taste dramatically different. Stronger aroma, more complex flavor. Fresh harvested rather than warehouse aged. Premium pricing reflects actual costs. $8 to $15 per jar. But testing and direct trade costs money. Diaspora Company offers farmers ownership stakes rather than just payment. Founded by Sanad Javeri Kadri, who witnessed spice industry exploitation growing up in Mumbai. Every spice undergoes rigorous testing. Results published transparently. Packaging includes farmer stories, photographs, and regional context. Their turmeric is revelation. Deep orange that looks real. Intensely aromatic. No lead chromate needed when turmeric is genuinely fresh. Premium pricing of $10 to $18 per jar reflects comprehensive testing and ethical commitments. You now understand how spice brands poison your food while hiding behind trusted labels. Corporate giants prioritize profit over purity. Organic labels hide radiation. Premium pricing funds identical contaminated suppliers. Choose brands that test every batch, name their farmers, and prove transparency. Go check your pantry right now. If you see any of those 10 brands, throw them out immediately. Your brain and your children's development aren't worth saving $3.